The grace and the peace of God the Father and Son Jesus our Lord be with you today as I welcome you again to your morning devotion right here on the Home Based Ministries Network. This is your couples. Your good morning to the evangelist Dexter Friday Sam the Lord's top of the morning to your man and to all your family and to all of you all across the various social media networks. We are beginning Matthew chapter 9 today from verses 1. And from verse 1, Matthew writes that Jesus enters into a ship and goes to Nazareth. So we know that he is traveling along the coast, keeping with the coastal cities. His last two locations he accessed by boat. So after Gergesenes, where they asked him to leave, he went straight home. Verse 2, a man sick with palsy is brought to Jesus on a bed, a paralyzed man who may even be stricken with seizures. Matthew says that Jesus, seeing the faith of those who brought the man, Jesus took into account the sureness of the attitudes of those who brought the man in his ability to heal him, the sick man. He took their faith into account. He then told the paralyzed man, Thurseo in Greek, to be of good cheer, or to be confident his sins are forgiven. Questionably, was it sins that had the man in the paralyzed, epileptic position? He wasn't? Now, this sin that Jesus referred to and frees the sick man from is identified as the cause of the restrictions. The sin caused the sickness or the restrictions. So the sin had to be removed to free or deliver the man from the sickness he had. Once the sin is removed, the sickness will not manifest. The original text identifies two things that Jesus forgave: the man of his sins and the faith of the others who brought him into account. However, the sins referred to here are not the acts that the man has committed, as if to say lie, steal, cheat, or even murder, but what have been imposed upon him by another. The word used for sin in the original Greek text was hamartia, which meant error. It did not describe that the man did anything wrong, but rather he existed in a condition of being restricted. It's like if you are on your best behavior and someone locks you in a room or have you chained up where you can't come out. You are at the point where certainly restricted and therefore in error. Even though you didn't commit the error is yours and held to your account because it is also your restriction. Although you did not lock yourself in the room, being locked in the room affects you directly and is seen as your fault or responsibility. So then someone else's doing or act is held to your account, and that's what is taking place here. The word describes both your error and the effects of what has been committed against you. Matthew 18:15 and Luke 17:4. Same like. The person who commits the act restricts you and takes away your liberty in some way. The word is used 174 times and needs much study to fully grasp what takes place or what has taken place here. So what we see are the effects of someone else's doing or act on the man which caused him to be restricted, manifesting in paralysis. The effects of the nature of Adam. He was locked in the effects of the error made by Adam, which only God could have freed him from. Before you even move forward, review these few verses to grasp a good understanding of what Jesus is identifying and the seriousness of the effects of it and what it has on your life and the life of others, how seriously the actions of others affect one and one another. Know that Jesus takes the faith of others into account on behalf of others, how certain we believe that he can heal persons we care about, how sure we are that he can do it, This is an example of corporate intercession. When someone else can't move to him, but you and others take to them, Jesus instead. So intercede on someone else's behalf today. In sureness without doubt, for someone else's healing, allow God to take your faith into account on behalf of someone else. Right now, I'll see you guys tomorrow. This is Pastor Solomon de la Rosa in God's grace.